Guys, you do not want to miss Encounter God's Presence Camp 2017, June 19th through the 23rd. Some amazing speakers, some crazy fun stuff, some prophetic stuff to be shared, some awesome stuff to challenge you, to stir you up. Guys, we're flying back in. Transform DJs from Colorado. These guys are traveling all over the world doing their awesome dance dubstep party for Jesus. You don't want to miss out on that. Spoken word poet GF Soldier will be back.
When you begin to think that absolutely nothing about you is physically attracting, being fake and phony by your brilliant acting, exercising, lifting weights, trying to be cute instead of just trying to be you, spending way too much time on beautifying the outside and not enough time on beautifying the inside.
Crosshairs will be with us.
It's time to fulfill the call. Time's up, it's almost over, y'all.
Have former NFL players. Shane the Man will be with us, bringing his funny, bringing his craziness. We'll have the crazy games, drama. Break dancers will be there. Guys, you know you'll have the fun stuff to do at Sagu with the sand volleyball courts and the racquetball courts and the indoor pool. Guys, it's going to be awesome. Guess who's coming back, guys? If you were here a couple years ago, you were able to witness this dude in action. He is an internationally known speaker who travels all over the world, speaking to thousands of young people every year. Reggie Dabbs will be with us again, 2017. Ryan Martinez will be back with us. Guys, we have a heart for the persecuted. You guys know that's why we have the Spiritual Amazing Race. Those of you guys that have been to camp before, you've seen the Spiritual Amazing Race and what takes place there, where you get into different teams we call countries. So you might be in China, you might be in the country of Pakistan and have that flag, and that group goes around from station to station, and you'll do some crazy, maybe it's a game or it's a challenge. Some of it might be physical stuff, some of it might be mental stuff, some of it might just be some weird stuff, whatever, but you're learning about those different countries and what they're walking through, and you'll begin to pray for them, and you'll begin to see your heart drawn more to what God is doing in their lives. We have a time during the Spiritual Amazing Race where we write 1,200 handwritten letters. Basically, you're writing 4 letters that week to different Christians that are in prison for their faith. And this is an opportunity for you to share God's love and encourage them and to challenge them. Guys, you know Encounter God's Presence Camp is about encountering God's presence. So we will have extended times of worship to get into God's presence, to really hear the Father's heart, times of ministry, times for the prophetic words to be shared so you can be encouraged, so you can be challenged. We'll have different workshops for you to choose from, whether it's learning about how to be faithful when you're being persecuted for your faith, whether it's about the apologetics and being able to defend your faith, learning how to use the arts and talents God has given you for His glory. Guys, one thing that's so cool for me and Heidi to see is to see teenagers that grew up in our youth group now are using their gifts and talents wherever they're at for God's glory. And we're having one of those young people fly in from LA. Him and his wife are filmmakers, and they're being used in a powerful way, and we're going to have the opportunity to hear what God is doing to them and through them in their ministry. So guys, you begin to pray, who can I invite to camp? And as God begins to put different people on your heart, begin to pray for them and begin to ask, what is the way I need to invite them? Obviously, we have 20 plus videos that you can use and you can share, whether it's on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or MySpace or, okay, I don't know if MySpace is still around or not, but there's different ways for you to use social media and use those promo videos. Tell them how Encounter God's Presence Camp has impacted your life and how you want them to experience that same thing in their lives. And let's see what God can do through us just being faithful and being obedient to God leading us to do those things. Check out those promo videos. Check out all the details at encountergodspresence.org. Peace out. Don't sell out.